Hello and welcome to what is probably the longest lesson of the entire school year, measuring segments and angles. There's a lot to this, so let's just get to work and get through this as quickly as possible. We'll start by finding measures of segments. Let's get right to it with the ruler postulate. This says that every point on a line can be paired with a real number. This makes a one-to-one correspondence between the points on the line and the real numbers. And I think that makes a lot more sense if we had a ruler. Oh, the wonders of technology. As you can see here, each of the points A, B, and C align to a specific tick mark on the ruler. And you can also see on the ruler that each tick mark represents 1/8 of an inch. That is what is meant by a one-to-one correspondence between the points on a line and the real numbers. The 1/8 inch comes in handy when talking about coordinates. A coordinate is the real number that corresponds to a point. So if we look at point A here, its coordinate is 0. Point B, 1/2, is the coordinate of B, and C goes from 1 inch to 1 1/8 inches. And a lot of people will call that 9/8 inches. You're going to find in geometry and beyond that leaving your numbers as fractions, improper though they may be, is much easier than working with mixed numbers. But that is what we mean by a coordinate, the number associated with the point. The distance between 2 points is the absolute value of the difference of the coordinates of the 2 points. What that says is that the distance from A to B is equal to the absolute value of the difference of the coordinates. So 0 minus 1/2 is negative 1/2. The absolute value of negative 1/2 is positive 1/2. So the distance from A to B is 1/2. That's obvious when one of the coordinates is 0, but this comes in particularly handy if the coordinates aren't 0. Let's try this. What are the coordinates of W and X? Well, we can see W right here, and the coordinate for W is -6. And X happens to be right here, so the coordinate for X is 6. So now what is WX? I want you to notice here that there is no line segment above WX, no ray, no line itself. So when you see the names of 2 points stuck together like this, what we are talking about is the distance from W to X. So the distance from W to X is the absolute value of the difference of their coordinates, which we just found to be -6 and 6. So if we do our algebra here, we find out that Wx is the absolute value of -12. And the absolute value of -12 is +12. So the distance from W to X is a +12.